Welcome to the Season 12 finale of Indie Rockers Ball. We've just about made it to the end of yet another semester.
While it's sad to bid farewell to yet another season of IRB, at least we're ending the semester with a bang, because tonight we've got local band Sheetz Run in the studio to perform on Check This Out, followed up by an interview with the members.
You will not want to miss that, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this jam-packed finale.
The band Star Effort will be making a tour stop at the Mr. Smalls Theater in Pittsburgh on Friday, February 4th. Opening for them will be Undercover Dream Lovers and Das Cope. Tickets cost $22 and are available now via their website. Doors will open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8. I actually have tickets to this show, so I hope to see you there.
Also making a stop next year at the Mr. Smalls is the band Soccer Mommy on Saturday, April 2nd. Opening for them will be Peel Dream Magazine. Tickets for the show will also be $22, with doors opening at 7 p.m.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our last episode of Staff Picks for the season. I'm here with Flora and Sydney. We're going to talk more about some albums they've been listening to. As always, Flora's got some cool vinyls. So what do you got for us this week, my man?
So this week I have a 45 of the B-sides for Antisocialites by Always. I did previously talk about Antisocialites on the segment, so I thought that it would be only fitting to talk about the B-sides next. So this came out in 2018. It was released a few months after the album itself, back in 2017. It's got 3 tracks on it: Pecking Order, Echolalia, and Supine Equine. And I think that they're really overlooked, honestly, in the band's catalog. They have a very small catalog, but they're overlooked, and these are some good tracks.
Nice, dude. What's up? What about you?
So today I will be talking about Hiss Spun by Chelsea Wolfe. This is one of my all-time favorite albums by her because she's mostly known for her folk work, but this album really kind of she dips her toes into the water that is doom metal, and I'm obsessed with it. It's really good.
That sounds awesome. Doom metal.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's cool. So I know she got a ticket in there. Is that for, did you see them already, or is that for upcoming?
Yeah, I saw them. This is the ticket from the show I went to where I bought this vinyl.
Oh, okay.
Because they were selling the B-sides at the merch table. So, I keep it in there as it's part of my always shrine.
That's cool. Nice, dude. Okay. What'd you find most interesting for each of you about the album that you're listening to? What stands out as unique? What stands out as creative, something you haven't heard in a while? I'll go to you first because I asked her.
So the thing that makes this album really distinct, especially from Chelsea Wolfe, is, again, like I mentioned earlier, she's really known for her folk. One of my favorite songs by her that's not on this album is Pale on Pale, which is a very kind of almost like Bon Iver, melancholic but light folk song. This album, it's doom metal, basically. It's very echoey, it's very ominous. She gets into some screaming in the background. It's really just this step forward in a different direction for her as an entire artist. So it's kind of witnessing this almost metamorphosis. And I really think it's cool because it's a step in her evolution.
Yeah, that's cool.
Watch the very first comment we ever receive on our channel be some nerd going, actually it's a bony bear.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get killed for that.
Literally, that's about right, honestly. What about you? That's the same thing for you, Flora.
So the most interesting thing to me about this is that, obviously this is going to be the case because it's B-sides. It's not going to sound like, the usual vibe that a band has. They're B-sides for a reason. But the most interesting thing is just how different this sounds to me anyway from their usual stuff.
Yeah.
Because their debut album and then their second album, they each have very uniform, very concise, very recognizable sound. And it's really interesting seeing Always put something out that's such a departure from that. It's still recognizable, but it's definitely different than their usual fare, I think.
Okay, for each of you, least favorite tracks on the album, anything that stands out to you the most?
I think that Ecolalia is probably my least favorite track off of here. There's only 3 tracks, but that doesn't mean that I don't love it. It's great.
Yeah.
But I'd say that Ecolalia is it's the most unassuming. It's the one that blends into the background the most. It's not a memorable song in their catalog, so I'd say that's my least favorite. It's also extremely short. It's just over a minute, I think. Which I mean, it's a B-side, so yeah.
B-sides are always such a nice like little rarity because
Yeah.
it's like it's stuff that you would never normally hear, and it's like I remember listening to a few like from when I was younger, like a couple bands I had like re-released some stuff, and you hear like demos of early versions of like really popular songs. You're like, this is wild. Like this almost sounded like this.
Yeah,
which I thought it was pretty interesting. What about you? Favorite, least favorite, anything on yours?
Sorry, all I could think when you were talking about how like B-sides were a little treat, I was like, it's like a reward.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
It is. It's a little fun treat. Anyway, favorite and least favorite tracks on the album. I usually try not to have like least favorites because it's meant to be listened to in order, but
Yeah.
I can say I don't really like Vex that much on this album. It is my least favorite because it's not that it's bad. There is no bad song on this album. It's just, it's a little bit below what the other songs are, such as like Twin Fawns or The Culling. They're overall, the entire album is a work of art, so I feel like Vex kind of just, it doesn't live up to the rest of the album, which I hate saying because I adore this artist and I love this album, but you know.
Yeah, and it's okay. Like I was saying, you know, it's okay if you don't have a least favorite because some albums are just that good where like you feel like they don't have any, or even if they do have some, you just enjoyed all of them anyway. You know, so I guess it all depends.
Yeah, like there's just something about its quality that kind of makes it stand apart a little bit from the rest of it. Like that one's not quite like the others.
Totally, I agree. Okay, cool. Any closing thoughts? Any last thing you'd like to say about it? Any more praise you'd love to give?
I'd say it's definitely the mark of a great band whenever they have B-sides that sound like they could easily be incorporated on in the track list of a regular album, and like nobody would even bat an eye. And I would say that I would say that Pecking Order, like if that one was on an Always album, like I wouldn't even have like batted an eye. Like that's how you know a band's really good. Whenever they got B-sides that are like, that could have been a single, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really necessarily have any closing thoughts. I just like when you look up the album, it's like, what genre does this fall under? And it's like folk, doom metal, gothic rock, psychedelic rock, and experimental noise all at once.
This falls under everything.
It's everything.
Just a big conglomerate.
It sounds like sad, wistful vampire music.
Yes.
That's all I can say about it. Not in like a Molchat Doma way or in like a Twilight Sad way, but in like a really dramatic running around in a castle way. That's like vampire driving in a car at night.
That sounds excellent.
This is like
I need to listen to
vampire
that.
in the castle music. It makes me a drama queen. Oh, I love it.
That sounds amazing.
It sounds like it's right up your alley.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. All right, well, cool. Thanks for sharing, guys. This is the last episode for the semester. Thanks again for tuning into Staff Picks, and we'll see y'all later. Take it easy.
Performing for us on the show tonight is Sheetz Run. Check it out.
Hi, we're Sheetz Run. 1, 2, 3, 4. Driving sheets to clear my head, writing the song on my deathbed. Stay in school just to get a job for minimum wage. Jobs that used to build the house turn into jobs to pay the rent, turn into sleeping in my car. Street loans. I do the FAFSA on my phone. My grades are shit and I'm alone. 21 years of this bullshit. Got nothing to show, got nothing to get. I'm never getting out of here. On the rusty factory wall, after all the bridges fall, graffiti on the abandoned mall, only rainy days. Broken families, tired and torn, the street signs home are all worn. Close down Bill where the union mourns, but first fly away. Yeah, that was Rust Belt Reality. Yeah. Okay, I guess now we'll introduce the band. I'm Luke. This is Alex. This is Hayden, and then over there on drums we got Jane. Christian was here, but I don't know where he went.
He quit. We kicked him out, actually.
Okay, I guess he's out of the band now. He was so bad on the first couple songs.
Christian is no longer the band.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, this is a new song called the one with the trumpet. Yeah. Plastic bags in the ocean, CO2 in the ozone, oil spills still reaching the coastline. Idle cars on the freeway, dead birds in the spillway, cutting corners for the sake of money. Coral reefs disappearing, and species are fleeting, and the sea levels are rising. I've had enough with smokestacks and single-use plastics. Long gone is the time to fix this. All right, this one's called The End, but it's not really the end. It's the beginning of something. It's definitely not the beginning of our EP that you can listen to on Spotify. Just search Sheetz Run. Do you have something to say? Or was I too late? You're the one that got away. You're the one that got the nerve to leave today. To leave today. I'm tired of loved and lost. Don't leave me loved and lost. Now you're gone in some new sky. You'll keep your head in the clouds. I'll stay holed up in my room. I'll stay buried in the ground. Now you're gone. After all the bridges fall, I'm not
Ow. I'm literally moving the floor.
Cool. All right, we got one more.
Oh, no.
Are we rolling? This song's about my girlfriend.
That's crazy.
Make things easy. There's comfort in doing nothing. There's a yo, Sheetz Run.
Sheetz Run.
Hey rockers, you just heard Sheetz Run on Check This Out, and now we have them live in the studio for an interview. So, intros? Who does what?
Oh, okay. I'm Luke. I sing and I play guitar.
I'm Hayden. I play rhythm guitar and drum sets.
I'm Alex. I play guitar and I scream sometimes. And one time I played drums, but not often.
I'm Jane, and I play the drums, and I sing sometimes.
I'm Christian. I play the bass and occasionally the trumpet if I feel like it.
Yeah, sick. So let's get down to it. How would you describe Sheetz Run's sound and presence in general?
Yeah, we're pretty much like an emo punk band. Like taking inspiration from those sorts of bands, and also taking some inspiration from like math rock type. So you could say like Midwest emo punk.
So overall, what's your favorite part about being in this band?
I'm here playing with my friends, and I think that's the coolest part for me. Is like I could go play in some bands like in Pittsburgh or something, and not really know the people in it, but like these are 4 of my closest friends. So I think that's like really special.
Yeah, I'm in the same vein because I'm in another band. Shout out Wasted Space, from Pittsburgh, and I love them all to death. But in this band, like I'm playing with my best friends, Luke and Alex, as well as these 2 cool guys, and so and they're my friends. But I did just meet them. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So you mentioned that you're all percussionists, right? So how would you describe your creative process? And by being percussionists, does it like aid in any way in like writing songs, or does it interfere at all?
You wanna feel this one?
Oh, man. I mean, it like one of the funny things that one of the funny problems I run into when writing music is like, since I am a percussionist, I just take writing the drums for granted. So like a lot of the stuff on the first EP that we released, well, the only EP that's out right now, yeah, like the songs were kind of guitars first and then drums second, which is interesting, but is whenever that's like what you do, you just assume that it's just gonna happen naturally. And so like, especially with the new songs that we're working in, we're trying to highlight the drums a lot more, especially because we got Jane laying it down. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. What's like the funniest thing that has ever happened to you as a band? It could be like during concert or practice.
One time Christian forgot his trumpet, and he sang the trumpet part into a microphone, and it was very funny. Right now.
Beautiful rendition.
Yeah, very great. But yeah, I don't know, you got anything else funny? Yeah. I mean, the dog barked at our drums once.
So, what are your plans for the future as a band?
So we got a couple shows lined up. One of them is already announced. So if you get on don't let the scene go down on me.com, what actually it's just the initials
DLTSGDOM. That's the one.
.com. And you scroll down to January 21st. We're playing with The Big Easy is the headliner. Pretty sure. Yeah, that was a question. Yeah, no, but that one's gonna be at the Mr. Roboto project, which is in Pittsburgh. And then we have another show that's a secret, so don't tell anyone. And hopefully over winter break, we're going to be recording either a new EP, or if we come up with more songs, we're gonna have another LP, our first album. Yeah, but we're gonna hopefully have some new music for the new year. Yeah, pretty much
Awesome. Yeah. So I think that just about covers anything, but is there anything that we didn't cover or anything specific that you would like the audience to know? Any words of wisdom?
I have nothing to say.
Sheetz Ran.
Yeah! Well, that was Sheetz Run. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you later, rockers.
Well, that's a wrap for season 12.
I'm sure we're all glad to see the back end of the semester, but we are definitely going to miss filming IRB until January.
Have a great winter break, everyone. We will see you back here in the new year with more indie music discussion and performances from local artists. I promise you the best is yet to come.
Bye.
Bye.
You